The recent lawsuit involves Imani Ellis, who alleged that Cardi B was physical with her and scratched her face. During the proceedings, Cardi B faced a series of questions from the plaintiff's attorney that many considered some of the dumbest and most awkward questions imaginable. The courtroom was tense as the exchange unfolded, with fans and onlookers closely watching every moment. Each question seemed more bizarre than the last, putting Cardi B in an uncomfortable spotlight while the attorney pressed for details about the alleged incident. Let's take a closer look at exactly what went down and how these questions played out in court.
Do you know what type of cell phone she was using at the time?
I'm not quite sure. I just remember it was clear.
What color was the cell phone?
It had a case. It definitely had a case. But I'm not sure.
Do you know if the type of phone that she was using when she was recording you, would a light go on or would some kind of noise?
I mean, seriously? The attorney was asking about the phone's color, the shape of the color, and even the type of the color. Literally, that was one of the most childish questions asked in a courtroom. Cardi B couldn't help but react, clearly frustrated, and was like, "Are you kidding me, bro?" The moment left everyone in the courtroom stunned, highlighting just how awkward and unnecessary some of the questions during the hearing really were. It was a scene that had fans talking and laughing online, questioning the approach of the plaintiff's attorney.
Police officers where they have a camera on the front of them. Have you ever seen that, where a police officer will have that?
I never seen that, but that was her phone, not a camera.
I understand, but I'm saying, have you ever seen a security officer, a police officer have a special camera on their chest which records what occurs in front of them? I'm not saying she was recording you. I am asking you this question.
I don't know what was going on in his mind, but this was so childish asking questions like that. I mean, he was asking her if she had ever seen a security officer with a camera hanging near their chest. Cardi B remained silent for a while, clearly confused. You can literally imagine what she was thinking, probably something like, who the hell made him an attorney? The courtroom was tense, and the moment perfectly captured just how ridiculous some of the plaintiff attorney's questions had become, leaving everyone in disbelief. Fans watching online couldn't believe the line of questioning either, with many commenting on how absurd and unnecessary it seemed. Cardi B's reaction said it all, showing her frustration and incredulity in real time.
If she was recording you, why does it matter?
Because she's a security guard and I'm going to a doctor's office. It definitely mattered.
You were causing a disturbance. Maybe
I
she wanted
wasn't
to
causing
record
a
you.
disturbance.
Time out. Let's not talk over each other, number one. Wait for him to finish asking the question before you answer.
Do you own the building of 8920 Wilshire Boulevard?
No, I was walking to a doctor's office.
Do you agree that you were a guest in that building? You were
Yes.
a visitor, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. When a security officer tells you to leave, are you supposed to leave?
Objection.
Yes or no?
Sustained. It's asked and answered. We covered this yesterday.
You were causing a disturbance in the building.
She started the disturbance.
Did you
I'm
also...
sorry, ma'am, if you hear an objection, please wait.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. What's wrong?
The attorney kept asking questions, and guess what he asked her? She was a patient and had an appointment with a doctor, and she didn't want anyone to know about the matter. I mean, that's common sense, bro. It was disturbing and completely invasive of her privacy. Privacy matters to everyone, and just because someone goes to a doctor or any other building, it doesn't mean they own the place. I mean, if you're in a courtroom, does that mean you own that courtroom building? Come on, bro, be real. It got even more ridiculous because the line of questioning had nothing to do with the actual case. The attorney seemed more interested in digging into details that were personal and irrelevant, making the whole courtroom experience awkward and uncomfortable. Cardi B, being a professional, stayed composed, but you could tell she was frustrated. Watching her deal with such childish and unnecessary questioning made fans online shake their heads in disbelief. Everyone following the trial could see how the attorney was crossing boundaries, treating sensitive personal matters as if they were trivial or public property. It really highlighted how absurd some parts of legal proceedings can get when attorneys focus on the wrong things.
Do you remember yesterday you said that there was a verbal altercation between the two of you? You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And an altercation is a fight, isn't it? It's a verbal fight. You had a verbal fight with her.
Asked and answered.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Sustained.
You used the F word during that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
What other words did you use? Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said On my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Tell it to her now. Go ahead.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it.
Objection, Your Honor.
You want me to say it to
I
her
want
face?
you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for
The
herself
objection
again.
is sustained.
And, Your Honor, can we have civility in the
Yeah.
courthouse?
Why don't we just take the temperature down a little bit? If you have factual questions to ask her, please do so. It's not a time to argue with her.
And again, the session kept going on asking her to say the exact words what she said in the altercation that happened yesterday between the two of them. Like, for what? What is the purpose? That is totally chaos, bro. I mean, it's awkward. Even the judge is asking to just ask her factual questions and not to argue with her.
Black, white, yellow, purple, pink.
I really don't remember.
And was the hoodie over your head or
Yes.
no? You wore it for what reason over your head? To protect your identity?
It could be I don't really want people to recognize me. My hair not done. My makeup not done. I probably just woke up. A lot of reasons.
And when you went there in the afternoon at 1:30 p.m., had you just woken up at that moment? Well, shortly before 1:30 p.m. on a Saturday?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained.
When you went to the building at 1:30 p.m., were you fasting or you had eaten something before you went to see the doctor?
Sustained.
Now, when you saw Miss Imani Ellis and you got out of the elevator, not asking who did what, I'm asking was there any contact between you and her of any kind? What that means is fingers to fingers.
I hope you watched the video till here and you're probably confused. I mean, who asks questions like this, bro? Asking her about whether she was fasting or not, what color of clothes she was wearing, and even what was the size of her fingernails. You can clearly see in the video Cardi B, and even the judges were confused and thinking, what is he asking, bro? I mean, ask some factual questions, bro. The entire courtroom seemed to pause for a second because the questions were so absurd that even people sitting in the audience were whispering to each other, like, can you believe this? The attorney's approach just didn't make any sense, and it was clear he was trying too hard to make something out of nothing while completely ignoring the real points of the case. Cardi B handled it like a pro, but you could see the frustration building up with each passing question. She remained composed, but her body language said it all. The way she paused, sometimes shaking her head slightly and raising her eyebrows, spoke volumes. Fans watching online immediately noticed it, and many started commenting on social media saying this is ridiculous, or asking why the attorney is wasting everyone's time. The judges themselves even had to step in multiple times, telling him to stick to factual questions and not to argue with Cardi B or try to trap her with irrelevant details. It was almost like watching a live drama unfold in real time. Some of the questions were downright ridiculous, like asking about fasting or not is one thing, but then going into what color of clothes she was wearing that day and the size of her fingernails is just over the top. I mean, come on, bro. Who even thinks about these things in a legal proceeding? It's common sense that personal details like these have nothing to do with the actual allegations, and yet the attorney kept pressing. The courtroom was filled with awkward silence at times, and you could literally feel everyone thinking this is getting out of hand. Even the clerks and staff in the courtroom were exchanging looks like, are you serious right now? It was almost comical, but at the same time kind of stressful, because it showed how some attorneys can completely miss the point of a case and focus on trivial matters that make no difference to the truth. Cardi B's reactions were priceless, though she kept her cool, but you could tell she was thinking, this is unbelievable, and why am I even answering this stuff? It made fans root for her even more because they saw that she was dealing with nonsense like a boss. Despite the awkward questions, she stayed polite and professional, which really earned her respect in the eyes of the public. Everyone watching could see that the attorney's strategy was backfiring, and it was making him look unprofessional rather than helping his case. Well, finally the case has ended, and it's over. Cardi B handled everything like a champ, and even though the questions were ridiculous, she stayed composed throughout. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and seeing how she dealt with this awkward and unnecessary questioning. I will be back with another interesting video soon. Until then, take care guys, be safe and have a nice day.